All right, welcome to Viroqua, Wisconsin here, Viroqua High School. My name is Tom Lohr, standing in for Ken Manning, who had a lot of other obligations tonight, a lot of playoff volleyball. All in one night, Westby had a game and cashed in as well. Want to represent myself on behalf of Western Wisconsin Video Productions, and I'll be with you the entire night. Want to thank Ken for the opportunity to stand in here and hear your starting lineups.
For the Riverdale Chieftains, number 1, Jessica.
For the Riverdale Chieftains, number 1, Jessica Kukinich.
Number 2, Allie Hernan.
Number 2, Allie Hernan.
Number 3, Kylie Post.
Number 3, Kylie Post.
Number 5, Serena Gutweiler.
Number 5 is Serena Gutweiler.
Number 9, Zuri Dennis.
Number 9, Zura Dennis. Number 10, Ellie Hudson. Libero is 11, Courtney McCorkle. Riverdale Chieftains are coached by Leah Bobble. Number 3, Aaliyah Fox for Viroqua. Number 8, Sydney Burkhart for Viroqua. Number 10, Mara Anderson.
Number 12, Grace Stuber.
Number 12, Grace Stuber. She's a junior.
Number 14, Brendan Swenson.
Number 14, Brendan Swenson is the sophomore.
Number 15, Trixie Kappa.
Number 15, Trixie Kappa is a junior. The libero for Viroqua volleyball is number 16, Cami DeLapp. She's going to be wearing number 17 tonight. Viroqua dressed in their pink from their breast cancer awareness evening. They must pick those uniforms. So looking good out there. Kind of exciting to see Viroqua volleyball coming back here, hosting a playoff game. Number 3 in the conference, I believe, is what they finished. So an exciting year of growth and improvement for Viroqua. I don't know Riverdale's record here coming in. I do believe in seeding, Viroqua is number 7 and Riverdale is 10 in this playoff bracket. Winner of this game will go to Mineral Point on Thursday. Making their libero switches here. Get ready to start. Riverdale's gonna serve. We've got number 9, Zuri Dennis is gonna serve it up for Riverdale. Here we go. Serve's going to be out of bounds starting off. It's going to be Mara Anderson with the serve here. Hope I got everything up here and running for being a B team. Nice block there by Trixie Kappa and Maggie Barra. They're going to call two hits. I didn't catch the number here from Riverdale, but score is 2-0 Viroqua. Mara with serve. She has a successful serve coming over here. Number 11, Courtney McCorkle, the libero, tries to spike it from mid-court there and is unsuccessful. Another successful serve by Anderson. Number 5 trying to touch that over is Serena Gutweiler. A little short on that. So Viroqua off to a quick start here in game 1, 4-0. Anderson, the only one to serve so far. So we'll get a free pass over from Riverdale here. Bump set spike on the part of Trixie Coppa. Has a nice spike there. Viroqua's off to a quick start here, 5-0. Anderson, the lone server of the evening so far, doing a nice job. Great crowd here for playoff volleyball. Mara Anderson with a nice block, a nice tip up there. Trixie Coppa and Barra with a nice block. Aaliyah Fox tries to spike it kind of cross court. Maggie Barra gets that thing bumped up. A little bit of lack of communication there. Anderson and the lap kind of got crossed up a little bit on whose responsibility that was, but nonetheless, it is 5-1 Viroqua. Number 10 served for the Riverdale Chieftains, Ellie Hudson. Got a nice little volley going on here. Trixie Coppa spikes that ball a little long out of bounds. So Hudson to serve again. Riverdale 2, Viroqua 5. Aaliyah Fox tries to bump that ball up in the air. Just a lack of communication there. Or just concentration, I guess would be the word. So 3-5, still in favor of Viroqua. Hudson now on a little bit of a run for Riverdale. Viroqua looking to shut that down. Nice spike by Aaliyah Fox. Did get dug out by Riverdale. Maggie has a nice backcourt spike there. Great position. Caught Riverdale kind of sleeping in the back a little bit there. So now Aaliyah Fox is going to serve. Free pass over from Riverdale. Nice set by Mara, mid-court. A little bit long on the spike by Fox. So Riverdale making a little bit of a comeback here. They've got 4, Viroqua still has 6. So they do a sub here. I didn't catch who went out. Kennedy, it's number 13. Kiera Prohaska served that. And I was trying to catch her name. I didn't catch what happened. And we're out of bounds or what? Apologize on that. Emma Harum serves. She's brought in to serve a lot. She's done a great job serving this year. Free hit over from Fox to Riverdale. Riverdale can bump set spike. Mara Anderson with a 1. Oh, somehow Viroqua got that ball over. Wow. Great hustle on the part of Anderson. I think that was Grace Stuber or Bren Swenson with the spike. Did not catch it. The ref was in my way, but apologize. A great hit no matter what. Score is 8-4, Viroqua. Anderson with a nice bump there. Emma with a kind of a soft touch over. Got Riverdale trying to block the spike, but kind of went right over the top. Riverdale with a timeout. We want to thank all our sponsors here. We're gonna take a timeout as well. All right, so welcome back. Welcome back to Viroqua. I have yet to see these young students here really getting too rowdy. They've been pretty quiet for a volleyball match, actually. Emma Thompson with another nice serve. Played well by Riverdale. Riverdale with a cross-court spike by number 5, Serena Gutweiler. So they're going to get the point. It's Riverdale 5, Viroqua 9. Viroqua somewhat in command here. Just need to keep concentration and keep playing good volleyball. Gutweiler with the serve. Bumped by Grace Stuber there. I think some miscommunication. Maybe kind of playoff nerves here setting in a little bit. It's first time Viroqua's hosted a playoff game in a long time, and I know the ladies were really excited about it. So Riverdale on a bit of a run here. They're within 2 points. Gutweiler with the serve. Fox with a nice dig out. Bryn Svensson just painted the line on that one. Nice spike. Nice teamwork all the way around on the dig, set, and spike. So Whitney Scrady's going to come in and serve. That makes the score 10-8. Whitney's serve is out of bounds, just past the line here. Nice spike nice serve on the part of Riverdale. Fox with a nice spike mid-court. Anderson with a nice return here. Cross, Fox with a good dig. Bryn comes across. Riverdale kind of aggressive on the second hit here this game so far. So they get it to within 1. Number 2, Allie Hernan is serving. Hernan with the serve. The lap bumps it. It's out of bounds on the far court. Bryn just a little off target. Bryn Svensson was on that. So now it's all tied up here in game number 1. Bryn with a nice bump. So McCorkle spikes the ball into the net here for now Bryn Svensson is hoping to get on a good run of points here with some serves. There the crowd kind of came to life. I think that's what the ladies were looking for. So some nice teamwork there. Riverdale. Well, kind of a slow call here by the ref. Viroqua gets called for 2 hits. I'm not sure who he called that on. Number 16 is subbed in, Cameron Bird. She is a senior for Riverdale. So Riverdale took. So now Riverdale gets the favor return. So the ref calls 2 hits on them. Did not see the number. I don't believe he even held it up. So the lap with the serve. So Viroqua gets called for net violation. It's all tied up here at 12 again. So number 14 is going to sub out Morgan Elliott, and they're going to bring in number 9, Zuri Dennis, to serve for Riverdale. Riverdale looking for their first lead of the game, I believe. Oh, looks like that's going to be a little long. So Riverdale with a long spike attempt there does put Viroqua up 13-12. Mara Anderson is going to serve again. A lot of side out points here. So Trixie Compa and Maggie Barra ended up trying to block that and kind of put the ball straight up in the air, and Mara Anderson did her best to cover it, but point went back to Riverdale. Riverdale's going to serve for their first lead of the game. Score of Viroqua 13, Riverdale 14. Serving is number 10, Allie Hudson. Riverdale trying to get that spike from Fox back over, but actually ended up going into their bench a little bit. So to serve will be Aaliyah Fox. The lap didn't know if that was going to go out or not, so she did go ahead and bump that up. Bryn Swenson with the spike attempt kind of tapped it over. Ended up kind of setting it up for Riverdale there. So Riverdale's going to end up getting a point out of that. Side out to Riverdale. So we've got 15 points for Riverdale, 14 for Viroqua. Tight game here in game number 1. Riverdale started out a little bit stale, but they actually have come to life here pretty well. I think Viroqua's a little bit on their heels, just trying to match the energy here at Riverdale. Nice placement there on the part of Bryn Swenson. Hopefully get this momentum turned around. It's all knotted up here at 15. So how fastly the volleyball season goes and these fall season goes, the kids get in school and they just kind of keep going. It's crazy how fast the school year can run by. So Emma Hiram's back in to serve. Nice serve on the part of Emma. Riverdale kind of routinely bumps it, sets it, spikes it. Emma ends up going aggressive on the first hit. So Riverdale gets called on a 2-hit violation. Oh. I think Viroqua actually was kind of surprised that ball made it over. It looked like it was headed to the net. All tied up at 16. Looks like it's going to be a barn burner here. This been to a lot of volleyball matches, and this is about as quiet as I've seen the student section for Viroqua. So they gotta get into the game. Serving for Riverdale, numbers are kind of hard to read. Number 5 is Serena Gutweiler. All right, so going to be a timeout on the part of Viroqua, and Riverdale goes up by a score of 18-16. Want to thank our sponsors for Western Wisconsin Video Productions. A great service here that happens. All these local teams can, grandparents and parents and community members can see their teams on TV. It's pretty cool. So we're going to take a quick break here and hopefully get back to a Viroqua win. Gutweiler with the serve. Bryn Swenson trying to serve up a mean spike. Looks like number 2, Allie Hernan, just got along on that spike attempt to try to keep Viroqua on the ropes here. Whitney Scrady comes in to serve. Viroqua 17, Riverdale 18. Whitney gets that serve down this time. Oh. So another 2-hit violation on the part of Riverdale. Looks like this ref has got his eye on that. I don't honestly know how he sees that sometimes, but I'll give him credit. So all knotted up here at 18 with another serve from Scrady. And number 14, Morgan Elliott, just kind of out of position there to try to spike that ball. Here is Scrady for another serve. Crowd starting to come to life here. Nice Viroqua crowd. Volleyball about the only activity going on here this week, so I believe cross country is this weekend possibly. And Riverdale just kind of painting the corner on that attempt. So they knotted up back at 19. What a battle here we're witnessing. Number 2, Allie Hernan from Riverdale with the serve. Bryn Swenson kind of taps the ball up. Fox with a spike to the back row. Free hit from Viroqua over to Riverdale. Sydney Burkhart in the game now. Bryn just not quite on target on that one. So Riverdale is up 20-19. Hernan with the serve. As you can hear in the background, the student section finally coming to life here, trying to put a little heat on Riverdale. Got a long spike attempt by number 1, Jessica Heconic, possibly. Bryn Swenson to serve here. All knotted up at 20. So perhaps some playoff jitters going on. So that ball ended up getting deflected, I believe, off of Anderson's hands, and a good block attempt just couldn't. Just kind of on the top of her hands, there's nothing she could do about it. 21-20 in favor of Riverdale at the moment. Morgan, here it's Cameron Bird to serve. Aggressive serve in midcourt. Bryn Swenson. So that's gonna put Riverdale up by 2. Another timeout here by Viroqua. Once again, thanks to all the sponsors. I'm Tom Lohr here. We're going to just take a quick break. All right. The crowd trying to give Viroqua a little fuel here, try to get it back into this game. Really critical point here coming up. Burkhart with the bump. Mara Anderson with the spike. Nice. Aaliyah Fox, great execution there. Bring the score back within 1. Cami DeLapp, the libero, with serve attempt here. Trixie, is that Trixie or Grace? Well, that was Trixie Kappa, aggressively getting over and trying to get that ball spiked. Riverdale somehow dug it out. Fox with a quick roll move. Trixie Kappa with the spike. Ties it up at 22. It looks like Riverdale came to play here, so Viroqua's got to got to defend this game. They were out to a quick start and kind of fell back a little bit, but hopefully he can get back into it. Or I should say back into it. It's all tied up, but just finish the game off here. Get this W. That one ends up hitting the kind of the palm of Trixie Kappa, side out Riverdale. Riverdale goes up by 1. Real critical side out here for Viroqua. Try to get number 9 served that, Zuri Dennis. So they end up getting a point here. So this will be game point on the part of Riverdale. See how Viroqua responds. So Riverdale's going to end up stealing the first one. We're going to take a quick break. They're going to swap sides here in Division III, Round 1 action. Riverdale steals game 1, 25-22. We'll take a break here and get us ready for game 2. Okay, welcome back to D3 Level 1 action here in the playoffs. A home volleyball match between Viroqua and the Viroqua Blackhawks and Riverdale Chieftains. Coach Katie Schwartz in a long huddle here trying to get Viroqua back on track. I think they may have come out to a little bit of a quick start here in the first game and thought maybe it was going to be a little bit of a breeze. Riverdale ended up kind of waking up and coming to life, and Viroqua had a hard time fighting off their momentum. So maybe a little different strategy here. Some new staff in on the part of Viroqua. We end up getting Haley Dregney subbed in. Grace Stuber is going to be on the back line. I guess the libero here. The lap's going to get subbed in right away. So we got Maggie Barra, number 9 in the front row, Haley Dregney, and Aaliyah Fox. Mara Anderson's going to serve first. Fox tips it over. Riverdale really trying to get to that back line, push Viroqua back, trying to keep them off the net. Anderson, a couple nice bumps, nice bump set there for the lap to Fox, or Bryn Swenson, I'm sorry, and nice job. Viroqua up 1-0. Anderson serves. Fox in nice position there. Maggie Barrow with a nice spike to the back row. So Aaliyah Fox ends up kind of setting to the net. Actually got a little long on that and set it right over. It kind of surprised Riverdale, I think, that it was on their side of the net, and we ended up scoring. So score is 2-0 Viroqua. So Barra and Dregney try to block that, and it ends up going out of bounds. Number 10, Ellie Hudson for Riverdale is going to serve. Oh, Fox had all of that one. Nice set by Mara Anderson. So Aaliyah Fox is going to serve here. So Bryn somehow gets that ball back over. It was a nice defense. Put Riverdale a little bit on their heels. Haley Dregney with the spike kind of goes out of bounds. Just off the mark over there. So Riverdale, side out to Riverdale. Score is Viroqua 3, Riverdale 2. Number 13 serves, Kiara Prohaska. Riverdale with a long spike attempt out of bounds in the back row here. The side out to Viroqua, and they're bringing in a sub here. Looks like Dregney's out. Emma Hiram's going to come in and serve. 4-2 Viroqua. So he's got a nice little spin on that ball. Set that one up to Bryn Swenson. So they're going to say that ball hit Emma Hiram on the arm and went out of bounds. So it's going to go back over to Riverdale. Going to give Riverdale a score of 3, Viroqua 4. Number 5, Serena Gutweiler, is going to serve. Have a difficult serve dig out. Ended up getting that set for Bryn Swenson, and she takes care of business there. Whitney Scrady comes in to serve. Viroqua up 5-3, and another tight one. So number 2, Allie Hernan, just ends up kind of spiking that into the net. Viroqua was well defended there, trying to protect the net and get the block, but Scrady with another serve. Riverdale with a quick put back on the second hit there, trying to get Viroqua off guard. So Fox ends up spiking it back over. Riverdale seemed to be digging out on a lot of these that seem like great spikes. Ends up, number 10 ended up bumping, Ellie Hudson ends up bumping it up into the ceiling, and it was just unrecoverable on the part of Riverdale. Viroqua goes up 7-3 here on the serve of Scrady. So Scrady kind of paints the back of the line there. Sorry, I couldn't get that one on camera. And just tough for somebody. They bumped it up, and it was hard for Riverdale to get back under it. Scrady doing a nice job here of serving. So Riverdale seems to want to put that ball back over on the second hit rather than take the conventional bump set spike method. They end up getting a point. It's Viroqua 8, Riverdale 4. Number 2, Allie Hernan with the serve from Riverdale. Fox with a nice mid-court spike. Coming back over here. The lap gets back under it. Paints the line over here. So free hit to the back court by Fox. Anderson in good position there to handle that. So he ends up getting hit by almost 2 Viroqua players there. But Fox will get his center of the court. It was a nice placement. Viroqua ends up getting the ball back. Bryn Swenson here to serve. Like that's going to be long. A long spike attempt on the part of number 10 of Riverdale, Ellie Hudson. So Riverdale ends up calling a timeout. We're going to take a timeout as well. Viroqua 10, Riverdale 4 in game number 2. Well, welcome back to Viroqua here, Viroqua High School. Division 3 round 1 playoffs. I'm Tom Lohr for Western Wisconsin Video Productions. Stepping in for Ken Manning. Ken asked me to take care of this a few nights ago. They played, I believe it was GT, and he asked me to try it, and I said I'd give it a shot. And then he said, well, you know, everybody got scheduled together. Would you want to do this one solo? And I said, well, I guess free help is the best kind. So give it a shot. So Riverdale ends up getting the ball back here, getting a point. They have 5, Viroqua has 10. We've got number 16, Cameron Bird, serving for Riverdale. Grace Stuber with it. So the judge is going to call a carry on number 12, Grace Stuber, on that. Riverdale ends up getting a point. So Fox ends up hitting that, spiking that ball long, out of bounds. Riverdale, Bird here's on her third serve. Viroqua 10, Riverdale 7. So Bird ends up hitting that ball a little long, ends up subbing back in the libero, Courtney McCorkle, for Bird. Gammy DeLapp is going to serve here. Riverdale looked a little long on that. Viroqua's going to hopefully ride this momentum a little bit. 12-7. So number 7, Stella Bieri, on the part of Riverdale, ends up bumping that ball out of bounds, unplayable for Riverdale. 13-7. DeLapp still on her run of service here. Number 3, Kylie Post ends up spiking that ball a little long out of bounds. End up calling a carry on the part of Viroqua. So Riverdale's going to get the ball back. 8-14. In favor of Viroqua. I believe that's number 9, Zuri Dennis, with the serve. Hits the net, kind of dribbles over Viroqua. Fox ends up spiking the ball. Riverdale with a block attempt, but Karam's off, their hands on their side of the net, and Viroqua gets point. Side out. 15-8, Mara Anderson here to serve. So some confusion on the part of the ref here on whether that ball was out of bounds or not. She originally called it in, but then I think almost reversed her own call. They're conferencing with the ref right now. So that point's going to Viroqua. It was close. Only they have the advantage down there, advantage point. So glad she corrected the call. 16-8 here with Mara Anderson serving. The hit the net, coming back over. Very, very aware hit on the part of Dragney. Gets the ball up in the air. Somehow Viroqua saved that ball. That's great hustle on the part of all three that were involved in that. Another timeout here from Riverdale. 17-8. We'll take a timeout as well. All right, here we are. Mara Anderson, in her senior year here, playing a playoff game in Viroqua. Nice serve. Riverdale ends up just having a hard time digging that ball out. It's a nice serve. Ends up being, and that'll make the score 19-8 in favor of Viroqua. Viroqua looks to have settled down. The Viroqua crowd here is a little bit quiet. I think if we can end up pulling this game off, they'll come to life. Mara Anderson, don't know how many consecutive serves that is. Nice bump by DeLapp there. End up going over kind of with a free hit on the part of Dragney, tipped over by Riverdale. Fox ends up spiking that ball, about in the front court. Rin taps it up. Free hit from Anderson to Riverdale. Riverdale ends up spiking it, dug out by DeLapp. Bryn Swenson with a nice spike there. Great volley here on the part of both teams. Ends up getting spiked, kind of set back up to the net by Viroqua to Riverdale, and they just tapped it over. Side out to Riverdale, 19-9 in favor of Viroqua. Number 10, Ellie Hudson's gonna serve here. Fox ended up really aggressively trying to spike that ball out of bounds and just got the net. Riverdale ends up getting their 10th point. Viroqua needs to get this side out and get into the third game. Riverdale ends up hitting the ball, serving it out of bounds over here in this far corner, in this left corner. Aaliyah Fox with the serve. Allie Hernan ends up spiking the ball a little long again, giving Viroqua their 21st point in the second game. If you're just joining us, Riverdale did win the first game 25-22. Wow. Quite a volley with a carry being called on the part of Riverdale. Viroqua goes up 22-10 in the second game. Aaliyah Fox here, I believe, with her third serve attempt. So a nice set to Aaliyah Fox. She spikes the ball over it. It was hard to handle on the part of Riverdale, and they end up giving up a point to Viroqua. 23-10. Fox with the serve. Anderson with the set. Brenna ends up spiking that ball into the net. Riverdale's going to bring in, I believe it's Kiera Prohaska to serve number 13. Haley Dragney tips the ball over. Anderson kind of pops that ball up. Fox, Riverdale doing Fox a little bit of a favor there. I think that ball would have been out, but it would have been close. And Grace Stuber is going to come in for the lap. Emma Heron is going to serve. So as you can hear here, the Viroqua crowd's coming to life. So Swenson spikes that ball right over here on this sideline, and it was just right on the line. Nice spike. So Viroqua comes to life in that second game. That is a score of 25, I believe, to 10. So Riverdale a little bit on their heels on that one. As I said, it just took Viroqua a little bit of time to come to life. We're going to take a quick break here in kind of an intermission. I'm Tom Lohr for Western Wisconsin Video Productions, standing in for Ken Manning here in Division III Round 1 playoff action at Viroqua High School. right, coming back here to Viroqua High School for Western Wisconsin Video Productions. I'm Tom Lohr here covering the Viroqua home playoff game against the Riverdale Chieftains. Summing this up here so far, game one went in favor of Riverdale with a score of Viroqua 22, Riverdale 25. And Viroqua came back with a vengeance in the second game and won 25-10. So we're going to have number 9, Zuri Dennis, serving on this side to my left for Riverdale. Riverdale definitely came to play. They've contested almost every single serve, and they've done quite well. They've been a little long on their spikes, out of bounds. Other than that, aggressive on their second hits, and doing a nice job here. Not sure if Viroqua expected this much of a contest. The lap digs that ball out. So lack of communication on the part of Riverdale ends up tying the game up. Mara Anderson's going to get the serve here in the third game. Score 1-1. So Mara ends up not being able to get that ball over the net. Side out back here to Riverdale. Number 10, Ellie Hudson's going to serve. Ends up hitting Fox. Fox tries to bump that ball and ends up just not playing it well. It ended up going out of bounds into the Viroqua crowd, much to their chagrin. Score is 3-1, Riverdale. Fox with an aggressive spike there. Riverdale ends up spiking that ball back. Well defended on the part of Viroqua. Tipped over by Fox into the block and out of bounds right in front of the ref here. Fox with the serve. Hits to the back row, over to the far side for Riverdale. The lap with the bump, set on the part of Anderson. Spike, I think, by Trixie Kappa, I believe, I'm not sure. Bryn Swenson spikes the ball. End up being defended well by Riverdale. Free hit, Viroqua over. So there's a net violation on the part of Viroqua. So that's going to give Riverdale the ball back. Kiara Prohaska is going to end up serving here for Riverdale. Handled well by Viroqua. Maggie spikes that ball over the block attempt. Hit the tips of the fingers of the Riverdale players and falls in front of the back line of Riverdale. Point for Viroqua, side out Viroqua. Emma Harem's going to come in, serve this one. A very hard serve to handle. Anderson bumps that ball up. With a bump set attempt from Stuber, gets over to Barra. She kind of free hits the ball back over. Handled well by Anderson. Fox spikes it to the back row. It was off the ceiling, but well handled by Riverdale. Riverdale's going to end up getting a side out to them. Score is 5-3 in favor of Riverdale. So the spike attempt by Bryn Swenson ends up getting caromed off the front players of Riverdale. Hits the center of the court in front of the Riverdale players, unplayable. Whitney Scrady with the serve. Score is Viroqua 4, Riverdale 5. Riverdale tips the ball over, trying to catch Viroqua a little bit sleeping here, get them out of position, but they do handle it well. Swenson with the spike, dug out by Riverdale. Riverdale ends up spiking the ball right back at Viroqua. Fox with a nice spike to the back row to the libero, McCorkle, and she just can't handle it. All knotted up at 5 here. Whitney Scrady with the serve. As I said before, this is the quietest I've heard this gym in a game, in a volleyball match that I've attended so far in Viroqua, so not sure. Maybe everybody needs a little caffeine. 6-5 on the part of Viroqua. Scrady ends up having that serve fall short into the net, tied up at 6 side, out Riverdale. Hernan with the serve. Koconic ends up hitting the ball into the net, trying to, I think, kind of got in the air and undecided where she wanted to go and ended up putting that ball in the net. Bryn Swenson with the serve here. She's hoping to get on a roll. Viroqua 7, Riverdale 6. That spike on the part of Hudson ends up going out of bounds in the back. 8-6, Viroqua. Swenson with the serve. So again, Koconic kind of, saw Viroqua ready to jump up and try to block that spike, so I think she was going to try to tip the ball over the top of him and just didn't have enough on it. Bryn Swenson with the serve. Libero spikes, a nice spike on the part of McCorkle. Ends up being handled well by Viroqua. And Riverdale dug that ball out, and good hustle on the part of Hernan, actually on the part of Gutweiler, just couldn't get over and get underneath it. 10-6, Viroqua. Bryn Swenson on a nice run here of serves. Viroqua just kind of allowed a hole to develop there, and Riverdale snuffed that one out. Ends up getting side out to Riverdale. 10-7, Viroqua yet. Cameron Bird comes in to serve for Riverdale. Nice dig from Scrady. Gets handled well. Bryn just trying to free hit that one back over and just ends up being a little too neutral. Doesn't get over, and Riverdale gets on a little run of their own here. Brings the score to 9 on the part of Riverdale to 10 Viroqua. Viroqua trying to stop this momentum here. Bird seems to have a serve that they've had a hard time handling. Nice recovery on the part of Bryn Swenson. Scrady gets it back in. Going to get free hit over from DeLab. Back over to Riverdale. They set the ball. Ends up just hitting the line on our side over here. All knotted up at 10. Bird with quite a run of serves here. Viroqua hoping to turn this one around. The ref was kind of in my way there. I didn't quite see what happened. Timeout on the part of Viroqua. Probably well-advised timeout here. We're going to take a timeout as well. I want to thank all of our sponsors that help pay for this broadcast and keep Ken going. So I'm going to take a quick break on the part of Western Wisconsin Video Productions. I'm Tom Lohr. We'll be right back. All right, here's Bird to serve. Viroqua's, well, that serve ended up a little miscommunication there. Ended up hitting Scrady. She's trying to tough that one out. She's going to sub out right now. Sydney Burkhardt in. For Scrady. Scrady's going to just gather herself, I think. I think she's okay. It just startled her. So Bird here, I believe she's probably on her 6th or 7th point. We need to stop this one on the part of Viroqua. DeLapp handles that. So blocked and returned here, tipped back over by Riverdale. So number 10, Ellie Hudson, hits that ball long. It was a nice set on the part of Riverdale. Just couldn't quite get that ball to fall down. DeLapp with the serve. 11-13 in favor of Riverdale right now. Riverdale hits it. Burkhardt gets the ball up. Kind of a free hit over from Kappa. Blocked, but tipped up and no one in position for Viroqua. So side out to Riverdale. Viroqua trying to hold off a run here by Riverdale. 11-14 in favor of Riverdale right now. This is Zuri Dennis with the serve. Oh, nice block on the part of Kappa there. They did all they could. Riverdale did all they could to get that ball back over, and Kappa just kind of stuffed it down. Mara Anderson with the serve. So Viroqua trying to put together a run of their own here. It's 13-14. They're trying to get the momentum back in this third game. Mara Anderson with a nice serve. Handled well. Swenson bumps it up. Nice set by Anderson. Just mishandled there. Side out to Riverdale. Ends up being 13-15 in favor of Riverdale right now. Viroqua a little bit on their heels, if I could say so myself. They're a little surprised by Riverdale's effort, especially the serve of Bird. But now having a nice volley for this point, trying to. So Barrow with an aggressive hit on the first hit. Leah Fox with the serve. Ends up caroming off the net there, and hard to handle by Riverdale. Put them on their heels a little bit, and it's all knotted up here at 15. quite a spike attempt here in the back part of the court. By the libero, number 11, Courtney McCorkle. Side out to Riverdale. Kiara Prohaska with the service. Bryn Svensson ends up not getting that one over the net. Riverdale was ready to block it as well. Free hit over by Fox, the back of the court. Comes here to Riverdale. Riverdale pops it over on the third hit. Almost like a free hit. Free hit back to Riverdale. Little misconfusion. Dennis tried to kind of set that ball up, and I don't know if, I don't think a couple of the Riverdale players got confused on whose responsibility it was. So side out to Viroqua. Emma Harem in here to serve. She ends up just touching the net. Tough to handle on the part of Riverdale, but they do get it over. Volleying here right now. Fox with a nice hit. She ends up hitting it deep in the backcourt. Probably a gift that Riverdale hit that one, but we'll take it. All knotted up here at 17. Free hit over from Fox. So Harem ends up handling that, digging that ball out. 4 hits on Viroqua. Just couldn't touch that ball over on the tip there. 17 to 18. Riverdale's up by 1. Got number 5 in, Serena Gutweiler. She ends up serving it into the net, side out Viroqua, all knotted up here at 18. So taking the student section a little time to come to life, but looks like they might get there. Sounds like it anyway. Whitney Strady with a nice serve. She's back in the game. Set up here nicely by Anderson. Stuber with the spike. Gets to the back roll from Riverdale. Fox ends up spiking that ball way to the back roll. Out of the reach of the Riverdale players. And 19 to 18 in favor of Viroqua. Viroqua hoping to get on a nice little run here, maybe finish this one out here with the serve of Strady. So 2-hit violation on the part of Riverdale. Timeout on the part of Riverdale. We're going to take a timeout as well. Thank you to all our sponsors. We'll be right back here to Division III Round 1 action. So Riverdale trying to make the most out of that timeout here, try to make a comeback. Down by 2 right now in the third game. Trying not to go down by a full game. It's all tied up 1-1 right now. 20 to 18 in game 3 on the serve of Strady. Free hit over to Viroqua. Anderson with the set. Spike from Swenson. Handled well, that spike. Strady ended up hitting the way to this back corner here with a nice hit. Kind of out of position. Riverdale ended up hitting that ball up in the air and just couldn't handle it over here on this sideline. Whitney Strady with the serve. Free hit back over from Riverdale. Viroqua
Viroqua's going to go up 22-18 here. Riding a nice wave of momentum off of Whitney Skrady's serve. Skrady ends up hitting that ball out of bounds. So side out to Riverdale. They're going to have Allie Hernan serve here, number 2. 22-19 in favor of Viroqua right now. Be important for Viroqua to respond here. Second hit tipped over by Anderson, I believe. Stuber tips it over. Fox ends up reaching for it. I think the lap thought she had that ball. Still up by 2. Hernan with the serve from Riverdale. Then with a nice spike, dug out well. Free hit from Riverdale. Stuber tips the ball, she kind of bumps the ball over. A really nice volley there. It is playoff volleyball, folks. So Coach Katie Schwartz is going to take a timeout. Summarizing where we're at here, Riverdale won the first game, 22-25. Game 2 ended up being won by Viroqua, 25-10. And we're in a battle here for game 3, folks. Viroqua has 22, Riverdale has 21. Riverdale does have service at the moment. Allie Hernan with the serve from Riverdale. Ended up getting hit out of bounds by Riverdale. Kind of a free one. Viroqua's really got to make them pay on that. And that's exactly what Bryn Svensson does. Side out. Side out to Viroqua. Bryn's going to end up gaining serve here, 23-21. So Riverdale ends up getting the service on that. 23-22 now. And here's Cameron Bird back in the serve. This has been tough to handle on the part of Viroqua. Ended up having a conference over that point a little bit, and it sounds like the decision that was made is the decision that is staying, and that point went over to Riverdale. Bird with the serve. A failed spike on the part of Hudson from Riverdale ends up putting Viroqua in a position with the lap to serve. Timeout called by Riverdale. Score in game 3 is Viroqua 24 and Riverdale 22. We'll take a quick break. All right, so playoff volleyball here is in action. Division III round 1 action at Viroqua High School. DeLapp serving for the game point. There you go. There you have it, folks. Wow, what a game. So game 3 ends up going over to Viroqua. Puts Viroqua up 2 games to 1. Riverdale came out in the first game, was a little bit sluggish and slow. Ended up coming back in that game and winning by the score of 22 to 25. Viroqua dominated game 2, 25 to 10. And we had a really tight match here again in game 3. 25 to 22 in favor of Viroqua. Nice serve down the stretch here from Brim. Or actually Cammie DeLapp at the end. So, let's take a quick break here in the intermission. For Western Wisconsin Video Productions, I am Tom Lohr, stepping in for Ken Manning. He's got to be 3 places at once. So, hopefully you're enjoying this matchup. Well, welcome back here to Viroqua High School, Division III, Round 1 playoff action between the Riverdale Chieftains and the Viroqua Blackhawks. Mara Anderson's going to serve, starting out this game. This is game 4. And Riverdale trying to fend off the Blackhawks on this game to force a game 5. If Viroqua ends up closing on this one, they're going to call it a win. That point is going to be in. That tip from Riverdale was in, and side out to Riverdale. And number 10, Allie Hudson's going to serve.
Anderson sets. Swenson spikes. Handled well on the part of Viroqua. Nice bump by Swenson. Maggie Barra tries to spike it on this near sideline. Kind of paint the line a little bit. Did a nice job. They handled it though. Trixie Kopp ends up spiking that one a little bit short into the net. Riverdale goes up in game 4, up by 2-0. Served by Hudson. Goes out of bounds over here, either on the end line or on this sideline. Not sure. Aaliyah Fox with the serve. Handled by Riverdale. Riverdale spikes it over. All right, Anderson with kind of a nice little tip. Handled well. Swenson spikes. It is blocked up in the air, inbounds by Riverdale. Anderson had a tough time getting in front of that ball and tried to kind of hit it off balance a little bit. Ended up hitting the floor on our side. Score of 1-3, Riverdale. In comes number 13, Kiara Prohaska. Dug out by Riverdale, but out of bounds, so ends up side out to Viroqua. And they're going to bring Emma Harum in to serve. The libero, DeLapp, takes a little break. Harum bump sets to Swenson almost flawlessly. Nice spike on the part of Bryn, and we're all knotted up here at 3. Harum with the serve. Dug out nice here by McCorkle. Grace tips it over. Got dug out by Riverdale. Swenson spikes another one. Puts Viroqua up 4-3 on the service of Emma Harum here. Emma has a very aggressive serve, does a nice job. Ends up with a double hit violation on one of the Blackhawk players. I believe it was Swenson. Side out to Riverdale. Number 9, Zuri Dennis. Oh, I'm sorry. Number 5, Serena Gutweiler with the serve. Spiked over from Morgan Elliott. Handled well on the part of Anderson. Swenson tries to dig that out with a one-handed dig there, but just can't get it up in the air enough to let the Viroqua players come back underneath it. As I said, these Viroqua players, this student section is really quiet. Free hit over from Swenson. Ends up getting set. Dug out nice by Fox. Set back to Swenson. She ends up spiking that ball in the center of the court, positioning it well. Well aimed on her part. All knotted up here at 5. We're gonna have Whitney Scrady come in here and serve. Wow, I probably would have done what DeLapp did on that. It looked like it was going to fall. It was going to go long, and it just kind of stopped and dropped right in front of her. So, side out to Riverdale. Riverdale's up 6-5 right now. Served by number 2, Allie Hernan. Riverdale doing all they can here to stay in this. Swenson with an aggressive spike to the back of the court. Handled well. Burkhardt kind of handled that ball nice. Got it in a playable situation anyway. Ended up being a double hit violation on the part of Riverdale. And that's going to be side out. Viroqua serve going here to Bryn Swenson. And score is going to be 6-7. Anderson gets it in play. Free hit back over on the part of Swenson. DeLapp just couldn't get underneath it. Side out back to Riverdale here. It's quite a battle all the way around. So in comes Cameron Bird. This has been a little bit of an Achilles heel on the part of Viroqua, trying to get off her serves. Burkhardt bumps that up nice. So not sure what the controversy was on that, but anyway, ends up being a point for Riverdale. Bird with the serve. She ends up being a little long on that. Point goes to Viroqua. DeLapp's going to get the serve here, 7-8 in favor of Riverdale. A nice, self-aware play there on the part of Swenson to be ready for that. So I'm not sure. I believe it hit the boundary marker here on the net is what he called. And that's going to be all knotted up here at 8 on DeLapp's serve. Oh. Nice cross-court spike on the part of Riverdale. Tough to handle. Almost had to be perfect. Side out here to Zuri Dennis of Riverdale. DeLapp bumps the ball up. Well set by Anderson. Bird just didn't quite hit it right, so it did go into the net. Riverdale's got 10 points, and Viroqua's at 8 in game number 4. Viroqua trying to take care of business here and close this one out and head to Mineral Point. Burkhardt hit that one out of bounds. Puts Riverdale up 11-8. Zuri Dennis with service for Riverdale. Swenson spikes that ball, caroms the net, handled well by Riverdale. Free hit coming back from Viroqua to Riverdale. Riverdale spikes the ball into Kappa. Kappa has a nice block, gets the side out. 9-11 in favor of Riverdale right now. Service back to Mara Anderson. Viroqua kind of an up-and-coming volleyball squad. After kind of a long run, struggling somewhat, but nice group, and had a great year this year. Really growing at all levels. Fun to watch.
Fox with the spike. The block looked like it was going to go out of bounds and ends up falling right on the line. Side out to Riverdale. 12-9. This is going to be Ellie Hudson. Fox ends up spiking it way to the back corner. It was a nice placement. Kappa with a nice block. Side out to Viroqua. Aaliyah Fox with the serve. Need to make a run here. Got to put Riverdale out in the defense position here if they could just get up by a few points. Fox serves over, handled well by Riverdale. Riverdale ends up hitting the ball into the net. Kappa there and ready for the block if necessary. 11-12 in favor of Riverdale right now. Viroqua trying to knot it up. Yeah, Hernan ends up spiking that one into the net. All tied up here at 12. Big momentum shift here if Viroqua can gain the lead, get out in front, and really make... Oh, that ball ended up just hitting the corner. Timeout on the part of Riverdale. We're going to take a timeout as well. Thank you to all our sponsors. We'll be right back here with this Western Wisconsin video production of the Division III playoffs. So some applause here for the Viroqua Blackhawks coming out here out of this timeout from Riverdale. Score of 13-12 in game number 4. Viroqua trying to close this one out early. Riverdale fighting for a shot for game 5. Viroqua definitely has gotten lathered up here after game 1. Riverdale has challenged Viroqua on a lot of good volleys. Maggie just can't get her hand on that one. So it's side out to Riverdale, all tied up at 13 in game 4. Nice spike there. We're going to have a couple of subs here. Grace Stuber is going to come in for DeLapp, and Emma Harum is going to serve. 14-13, side out, back to Viroqua. Emma ends up So number 5 is going to serve here, Serena Gutweiler for Riverdale. It's all knotted up here at 14, and quite a game 4 battle. Actually, everything but game 2 has been really quite an even match up here. Just great volleyball on the part of both teams. Challenging volleys and real athletic play. Scrady with the serve. Serves over on the far sideline. A nice serve. Tough to handle. Riverdale ends up digging it out and kind of free hitting it back. Grace Stuber with the spike ends up caroming off the block from Riverdale. I believe it was Allie Hernan that tried to block that, and it went short. Going to go out of bounds. Viroqua on a little bit of a run here since a 14-14 tie. Scrady with the serve. She hits it. Nice serve. Gets dug out here by number 12, Kennedy Coley. Spiked over, block attempt from Riverdale, ends up going out of bounds. The nice thing about this whole matchup has been that the refs have not been really very central. They've been very functional, and they've done a nice job, but not real questionable. So that ball ends up being positioned well on the part of Riverdale. That's going to be a side out. Scrady's going to end up subbing out here for Burkhart. Serving is Allie Hernan from Riverdale. Score is 18-15. Viroqua's up by 3. Spiked by Fox is going to end up going out of bounds on that far left sideline. It's a nice hit, just kind of carried out. 18-16 your score. So Hernan ends up serving into the net, going back up by 3. So Riverdale looking like they're feeling the pressure here. If Viroqua can get this to 20, I think it's going to be real tough for Riverdale to fight that momentum and come back. Fox gets the ball in a playable set situation. Ends up coming back here to Anderson. Anderson with a nice set. Fox just couldn't get that ball spiked up over the net. Ends up going into the net. So here comes Cameron Bird from Riverdale. 19-17 your score. Cameron Bird's had a serve that's been tough to handle on the part of Viroqua. End up with a 2-hit violation on Viroqua. So Bird's serve trying to tie this game up at 19. Fox with a nice spike there, but handled well. 2 hits on the part of Riverdale. I believe it was number 10, Ellie Hudson. So Viroqua now up by 2, 20-18. The lap serve ends up being blocked by Anderson, but then goes out of bounds, unplayable to any other Viroqua players. Riverdale down by 1, 20-19 in game 4. Trying to force a game 5 here. So that was Zuri Dennis ends up putting that one into the net and putting Viroqua back up by 2 with Mara Anderson to serve. Anderson with a nice serve. Ends up being spiked cross court here by number 10, Ellie Hudson. But the block attempt goes out of bounds, puts Viroqua up by 3. That's going to be another timeout called by Riverdale. We're going to take a quick timeout as well. Thank you for joining us. So Viroqua kind of flies out of that timeout, trying to get back on the court here and finish this thing off. Riverdale trying to revamp strategy, trying to get to a game 5 and see what happens. The lap ends up bumping that spike attempt up. Koppa kind of free hits it over. Fox with a nice spike, kind of all between the players, confusing Riverdale. Ends up going up by a score of 23-19. Mara Anderson here with the serve. She started each one of these games with her serve. She's going to try to finish this one. Koppa with a nice block at center court. Riverdale really trying to fight through this. You can kind of feel them tense up here towards the end of this one. Once Viroqua got up by 3. Whole crowd on their feet right now. I apologize, everybody's standing up here. It's hard to see. At any rate, that's gonna be it. So some well-contested matches, a great volleyball match, great Division III round 1 matchup here between Viroqua Blackhawks and the Riverdale Chieftains. Riverdale, I think, brought all they had. I thought it was a well-contested game. Great to see Viroqua with some success here in the playoffs. Much needed after all their hard work. Hopefully go to Mineral Point and surprise them. That'll be Thursday night. Hopefully you can see that game one way or the other. Just in review here, so we ended up going 4 games. Game 1 went to Riverdale. Viroqua came out to a really fast start in that game. It was 22-25. Riverdale kind of fought back, and once they got back in the game, Viroqua had a hard time kind of beating their momentum. Game two ended up being a kind of a really dominated game by Viroqua. Viroqua ended up winning 25-10. Game 3 was another real tightly contested match, back and forth the whole game. Viroqua did win 25-22. Game 4 was the same, followed suit. Really close match, 25-19. I want to thank all our sponsors for Western Wisconsin Video Productions. I'm Tom Lohr. I'm going to check out here saying goodnight for Ken Manning and the entire staff. I want to thank you for joining us. Hopefully, Ken will be back with you soon. So I don't know how Westby and Cashton did, but I guess we'll have to watch your local listings and sports channels. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.